So I found these a long time ago at Goodwill, I believe. So probably about 7 or 8 years ago, and I've kind of just had them in boxes, and I pulled them out and was like, these are really interesting, and I think I've actually seen a couple at Goodwill, and I was like, I think I have some of those. So I found them in a box, obviously that was put away for a long time, because you know I keep everything, I'm a hoarder. I have 3 of them, and they're all the same size, but like this one is a different green than these two. I don't actually mind the green color, but I think I really want the shape to just pop and make this a solid color. So I'm going to spray paint all of them the exact same color so they all match. Let's go ahead and do that. There's no way I paid $6 for this. Yikes. And this one was $4. Do you guys remember when they used to write on the bottom of stuff with Sharpie at Goodwill? Now they finally got stickers. And this one was $2. What? Okay. So I decided to go ahead and spray paint each one a different color. I thought this would be a lot more fun for summer. What do you guys think? Leave a comment below. Alright, so now that they're done drying, I'm going to go ahead and fill each one up with some rocks, because I am going to put actual plants inside of these. So I need some drainage, but I don't obviously want to drill holes in glass. That's just not realistic for me. Don't want to break it, you know? So I'm just going to put some rocks down in there and then put some soil. So the rocks about here, and then fill the rest up with like soil and the plants. Alright, I'm actually going to start to take this chair that I got at the thrift store for $5. I'm going to start to take the wicker part off. I've already sprayed this whole entire thing down with Clorox and with just straight up bleach. I bleached out the wicker. It didn't change the color or anything, but I wanted to make sure, like, if there was any bugs or anything down in here, that they would be dead. So I'm literally just going to start to take this thing apart. Because I don't obviously want it like this, just because I'm repurposing this chair into a whole different, entirely different look. So I'm going to start by just like tugging on a piece, and see, it will easily just pull right out. And then I can start kind of maneuvering this back and forth like this, and it will just come right apart. Alright, I'm about almost done here. So I just keep, you know, pulling it back and forth until maybe some of it will break off. Then I'm like, okay. And I've just been putting it in this box. Now, I'm going to collect all this and I'm going to boil it in water, because I did have a subscriber tell me that I should probably go ahead and boil it if I'm going to reuse it, just because you don't know what kind of bugs do live inside of the inside of the wicker. So I am going to go ahead and do that when I'm all done, so I can reuse it. When it's all boiled and dried, I'm going to put it in a plastic bag and Ziploc it tight before I reuse it. Okay, I'm all completed with taking the wicker out of the chair. Alright, so I am now going to give this coat a real quick coat of white spray paint, and then I'm going to go over it with a pretty tan colored spray paint. So I've already went ahead and cleaned this off. I'm not going to sand it or anything, I'm just going to spray paint it. Okay, so once this is dry, we're going to do the tan coat. Okay guys, I've got the entire thing spray painted with this really pretty tan color. I got the color from Walmart. It was called Satin Ivory Silk Indoor Outdoor Fast Drying Spray Paint. 2 times paint and primer. So literally I just did 1 coat over that white that I had done. And I think it honestly did a really good job. So I definitely will be buying that type of spray paint again. The 2 times. I definitely think it's worth it. I think I paid $3 or $4 or something like that for it. And I did end up using the whole can, which is totally fine, but this is kind of a larger scale project. You know, I had to get all the little ins and outs of every, you know, this way, that way, and all that type of thing. So, yeah. So now that the chair is dry, I mean, I'm touching it and it's dry, I'm gonna go ahead and put my next thing here, which I am so happy to use these. I'm gonna be using belts, all different kinds of belts. I got these from Goodwill a long time ago, and Salvation Army about half off. So if they said like 99 cents, I only paid like 49 cents or something like that for each belt. I have so many different textures and colors, styles. They all are pretty much like this leather or this faux leather. So I'm gonna interweave all these belts together and create a really cool pattern, and we're gonna string that up across, you know, here on the chair. Okay, so I went ahead and just like cut all the tags and stuff off all the belts, and now I'm just kind of playing around to see how I'm gonna put them onto the chair. So I just basically put the belt, you know, around this little piece of like the wood on both sides, and then I took it in the middle on the bottom part and latched it together. Like, ouch, I just got a splinter. Oh, it. Ooh, that hurt. See it right there. Oh my gosh. Side note, be careful! So any flippin' way, I latched it together like, you know, norms, and it's just kind of sitting there. So I'm gonna just kind of mess around with them and see what I come up with.